John, it's good to see you. New 2023 tax brackets mean we can keep more of our money from the IRS. Inflation adjustments could mean lower taxes for us come 2023. Tax rates are adjusted for inflation, and 2022, of course, saw the fastest price growth in 4 decades. So now we will be able to shield more of our money from taxes in 2023. This is such a huge national story, and it was breaking news when you were a guest on OAN and you got to talk about it on the network. Explain what's going on here.
Yeah, so I'm going to repeat what I told Natasha on OAN, and that is this. I love it when the government creates a problem and then comes up with a magic solution or markets it as the magic solution that they're going to help out the taxpayers with tax bracket increases. When in reality, this is just an automated inflation adjustment to the brackets. So that's why, we're at near double digit inflation. That's why we're seeing the highest increase to the brackets in 4 years. And this is the only time you really want to hear the government say, hey, we're increasing taxes and we're increasing the
Right.
tax bracket. So this is the only time you want to hear increases and taxes in the same sentence.
Yeah. So here's a look at those new brackets. John, is there anything that stands out to you here?
Well, it's just if you are what we call bracket bumping, if you're right up to the cusp of the next marginal tax bracket, which is the bracket your highest dollar is taxed in, then this may help you, especially for those middle class earners that are in that 12 to 24 or that 24 to 32% bracket. Because with an increase in the tax brackets, that means you're going to have to earn more income to get into that bracket. So if you're at the same income as last year and you were perhaps moving into the 24 or moving into the 32% tax bracket, this could actually keep you in a lower marginal tax bracket.
Okay. So the IRS is also increasing the standard deduction. It's actually the largest adjustment to deductions since 1985. Here's a look at those numbers. Who does this help?
Oh, this is going to help the 85% of taxpayers who, since the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, claim standard deduction and no
Mhm.
longer itemize. And ultimately, with the higher standard deduction, that just means that the income you earn, and the example, the married couple making $27,700 in standard deductions, that you're going to have $27,700 of income erased before you go into that tax measuring cup and start advancing through the tax brackets. It could also mean that more people actually may now fall into standard deductions than in the past with the
Yeah.
higher limits.
Yeah. So we're going to start to see these changes in our paychecks beginning in January. Is there anything else that we should be considering now in regards to tax planning for next year?
Well, tax management planning has to be done every year. It should
Right.
be looked at every year for the simple reason that we are now over $31 trillion in debt. And as renowned CPA Ed Slott has said, eventually the bill is going to come due. And the only realistic way that they're going to at least start to make a dent in that debt is to raise taxes. And David Walker in 2010, when our debt was at $10 trillion, he said that taxes would need to double, and it was based on a simple four-letter word: math.
Yeah, we know that in regards to that debt, the government either has to raise taxes or reduce spending, and we know how they feel about reducing spending. So,
Yeah,
uh,
and if they do reduce spending, that's not good for retirees because as we've already seen with file and suspend, they're going to make adjustments and they're going to cut benefits. Social Security, Medicare, it's they're huge parts of the statutory necessary spending in our budget every year.
absolutely. Well, John, this is so much to consider. And as you mentioned, tax planning should be a part of everybody's financial plan every year. So if somebody has questions about what we've talked about today, what's the best way to reach you?
You can reach us two ways. Give us a call at the office, 858-935-6210, and ask to speak with Emily. Or give us a look online at www.gosecurus.com. And under the Contact Us tab, you can schedule either a 15-minute phone call where we'll answer any questions or an initial complimentary consultation.
All right. John, thank you.
Thank you, Erin.